Arsenal are on the cusp of qualifying for the last 16 of the Champions League after beating Sevilla 2-0 at the Emirates Stadium on Wednesday night. A two-goal victory did not reflect the Gunners' dominance on the night, but they nevertheless celebrated the win secured by goals scored either side of half-time by Leandro Trossard and Bukayo Saka. Mikel Arteta's side entered the contest in North London aware that success over Sevilla coupled with a Lens victory over PSV Eindhoven would secure a top 2 finish in Group B with 2 games to spare. While Sevilla boss Diego Alonso opted to ring the changes and make 8 alterations to the side that drew 1-1 with Celta Vigo in La Liga last weekend, Arteta made just the one change to the Gunners' lineup that began the 1-0 Premier League defeat at Newcastle United last time out, with Trossard brought in to lead the line at the expense of the injured Eddie Nketiah. Kai Havertz retained his place in the first 11, operating alongside Trossard in attack and ahead of midfield duo Jorginho and Declan Rice, and the German was presented with a glorious chance to put Arsenal in front inside the first minute. Saka then curled an inviting free kick onto the head of Gabriel Martinelli, but he could only glance his effort wide of the far post, before Arsenal's number 7 was on the receiving end of 3 quick fouls, with Sevilla's Nemanja Hidalgo somewhat fortunate to not receive an early yellow card. Arsenal dominated proceedings in the first half and looked a constant threat down both flanks with Martinelli and Saka. Sevilla right-back Juanlu Sanchez was run ragged by a lively-looking Martinelli down Arsenal's left where the majority of the hosts' chances were created. However, it was down the right where Arsenal ultimately made the breakthrough just before the half-hour mark, when Jorginho stroked a terrific pass in behind Sevilla's backline to meet the darting run of Saka, who then rolled a perfectly weighted pass to Trossard who fired Arsenal into a deserved lead with the first time from finish 6 yards out. Sevilla, who failed to register a single shot on goal in the first half, struggled to get a foothold in Arsenal's territory with just 28% possession, and the only real positive that the Spanish side could take away from the opening 45 was the fact that they limited Arsenal to just the 1 goal and 1 shot on target. There was little change to the dynamics of the contest after the interval as Arsenal continued to control proceedings, with Havertz on the end of 2 decent chances early on. Firstly having a half-volley superbly blocked by Juanlu, before curling a powerful left-footed strike from the edge of the area narrowly wide. Sevilla then enjoyed a brief spell of possession, albeit without threatening in the final third, but Arsenal responded well and scored a second in the 64th minute courtesy of a composed finish from Saka. A quick throw-in from Arsenal sent Martinelli on his way in the middle of the pitch, and the Brazilian played Saka through down the right before the Englishman showed great balance as he cut inside and curled a precise finish into the bottom corner. Sevilla midfielder Bukayo Saka, on loan from Leicester City, endured a night to forget in North London, as he received a yellow card midway through the second half for a foul on Rice just second after coming on as a substitute, before being replaced 6 minutes later due to injury. There was an injury concern regarding Saka in the final 10 minutes as he landed awkwardly on his ankle after challenging for a header. Arsenal's number 7 attempted to shake off the issue but went down again just a few minutes later and was then harshly booked for time wasting as he gingerly left the field, with Jakub Kiwior brought on as his replacement as Arteta looked to shore things up at the back. Sevilla's first attempt on target came in the 7th minute of second-half stoppage time when substitute Mariano Diaz drilled a low shot into the arms of David Raya. The Gunners comfortably saw out the final few minutes to claim maximum points, and Arteta's side will now shift their focus back to the Premier League with a home encounter against Burnley on Saturday, while Sevilla returned to La Liga action on Sunday with a derby clash against Real Betis.